Hi there, and welcome back to Paws and Pawsitivity. I'm Jamie Watkinson-Harvey, your certified dog trainer and host of this podcast. And whether you're out for a stroll with your dog or curled up on the sofa, I'm so glad that you've joined me. Now, today's episode touches on something we all wonder about, whether we've had dogs for years or we're just starting out. And that's, does my dog love me? It's a question I get all the time. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, I hope so, you're definitely not alone. So today, let's explore what the science has to say about canine affection. Because while we'll all like to believe that tail wags and kisses are a sign of true love, there's actually some fascinating research behind the way that dogs show their care. And you might be surprised by what counts as a heartfelt, I love you in dog language. Now, I'll be honest with you. Dogs don't love in exactly the same way that we do. They're not sitting there planning surprise anniversary dinners or penning heartfelt poetry. Although I would pay good money to see Reggie give that a go. But what they do have is a deep emotional capacity to bond, to feel secure, and to seek out our company in ways that are just as meaningful, even if they're not quite as dramatic. So how do dogs show that they love us? Well, first off, let's talk scent. To us, it's just that wet dog smell or the aroma of muddy paws on a rainy day. But to your dog, your scent is a full-on emotional experience. Studies using MRI scans, and yes, they have put dogs into actual brain scanners, showed that when dogs smell their owner's scent, the reward centers in their brains light up. It's the same part that activates when humans see someone they love. Isn't that just incredible? Your dog isn't just tolerating your smell, they are actually comforted and excited by it. It's a kind of invisible thread that connects the two of you, even when you're apart. Next up, we have eye contact. Now, if you spend any time around dogs, you might know that eye contact between dogs can sometimes be a challenge or even seen as confrontational. But with humans, it's a different story. When your dog looks into your eyes in a relaxed, soft way, something very special is happening. Research shows that during these quiet gaze moments, both you and your dog release oxytocin, and that's the same hormone that helps new parents bond with their babies. That slow blink, that gentle stare when they're resting their chin on your lap, is not just cute, it's chemically meaningful. And speaking of resting chins and following you from room to room, let's talk about shadowing. That constant presence when you go to the loo, walk to the kitchen, or even just shift from the sofa to the armchair. Dogs are social creatures, and following you around isn't just about curiosity or boredom, it's a sign of trust and attachment. When your dog chooses to be near you, not out of anxiety, but out of preference, it's a quiet but powerful, I like being with you. Now, of course, not all signs of love are as subtle. You've got your classic zoomies when you come home, the full body wiggle, the ears back happy gremlin squeals, which Penny's the absolute queen of these. She can't help herself. When I walk through the door, it's like I've returned from a year-long expedition to the Arctic, not just popping out to the corner shop. But again, that excitement isn't just energy, it's joy. It's your dog expressing that they missed you, that they're happy you're back, and that you matter in their world. Now, I do want to pause for a second here, because sometimes people worry their dog doesn't look excited or isn't particularly affectionate in those tail-wagging, face-licking kinds of ways. And that's okay. Just like people, dogs have different personalities. Reggie, for example, took a long time to warm up when he first came home. He was reserved, a little shut down, and understandably unsure whether people could be trusted. Over time, he started showing affection in ways that were quiet and deeply meaningful. He didn't rush to greet me at the door, but he rested head on my foot when I sat down. He'd position himself so he was always facing me, and now he's my shadow. His love just needed time to grow and feel safe. So, if your dog isn't a cuddler or doesn't love being picked up or kissed, that doesn't mean that they don't care. It might just mean that they're showing it in ways you haven't noticed yet, or ways that are easy to miss because they're so subtle. Let's look at a few more of those quieter signs of affection. Things like bringing you a toy, not just to play, but almost as a gift. Dogs sometimes do it as a way to share, especially if not trying to get you to throw it. Or how about the way that they sleep? If your dog chooses to sleep near you, on your clothes, or even touching you with just a paw or their back pressed against your leg, that's a sign of comfort and trust. They are at their most vulnerable when sleeping, and if they're choosing to do it close to you, that says something. And of course, there's the way that your dog responds to your emotions. Dogs are incredibly tuned into us. If you've ever had a bad day and your pup comes and nudges you gently, rests their head on you, or just quietly sits by your side, then you felt it. That's empathy. And that's love too. And I want to touch on something that's really important here. Love goes both ways, but it isn't about obedience. Sometimes people think, well, if my dog doesn't come when I call them, or if they still pull on the lead, does that mean that they don't care about me? Well, not at all. Those are training gaps, not relationship flaws. Love and training are two different things. A dog can love you dearly and still ignore you when they spot a squirrel. Just like a toddler who adores a parent might still run off at the playground. What really matters is how your dog seeks you out for safety, for comfort, and for connection. And lastly, something that really melts my heart every time, and that's the way that dogs mirror us. You know, there's moments when the dog seems to match your energy, whether you're bouncing around happily or feeling quiet and still. That's synchronicity. Dogs are masters at reading body language. And when they choose to reflect your vibe, it's often a sign that they're emotionally connected to you. So, does your dog love you? If they seek out your company with big, soft eyes, bring you toys, follow your scent, or even just rest near you quietly, and you've got your answer, it's a big, resounding yes. And if you're ever unsure, just take a step back and look at your bond through their eyes. Not every dog shows love in the same way, but every dog deserves the chance to be understood in their own language. And that's it for today's episode of Paws and Pawsitivity. And I hope this gave you a little reassurance and maybe even helped you notice a few quiet I love yous from your dog that you'd never pick up on before. Remember, the human-dog bond isn't built on obedience or flashy tricks. It's built on trust, safety, and connection. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you've enjoyed this episode, I'd love it if you can give the podcast a positive rating, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. It's through your support that helps us reach more dog lovers and keeps the positive message going. Until next time, take care and give your pup a big hug from me. Woofity woof.